Welcome to video number 1 of lesson 3-20. Today we're going to continue working with our work with story problems, and our question today is, how do we use comparison bars to complete comparison word problems? Hopefully you remember using comparison bars from earlier in the year when we were working with story problems. If not, we will go through a quick refresher course over one of the many problems that we'll be working on. But as usual, we're going to work with the first video. I have some review problems for you. These are addition and subtraction. One is whole numbers and the others are with decimals. So I'm just going to write the problems. As soon as you have the problems, pause the video, solve them, and then check and see how you did. So our first one, I need the writing instrument here, is 17,092 less 3,746. Problem number 2, and I should probably put a circle around it just because that decimal point might throw you off there. 657 and 92 hundredths plus 53 and 35 thousandths. Problem number 3 is 62 and 4 thousandths. Make sure that decimal point there, less 48 and 65 hundredths. And our final problem is 190 and 98 hundredths plus 256 and 3 tenths. So why don't you take some time, solve these 4 problems. When you're done, restart the video and I will show you what the answer that I got. Hopefully you took some time and worked these problems. So now let's kind of work through the solution. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do problem number 1. Let's write 3,746 below this. Now, no decimal points to line up, so we make sure all of our columns are in line, and we make sure that our comma's in line. Now we're ready to subtract. We have 2 less 6 we can't do, so we're going to go to our neighbor, borrow some sugar. 9 becomes 8, and then this 2 becomes 12. 12 less 6 we can do, which is 6. 8 less 4, we're okay, is 4. 0 less 7 we can't do, so we go to our neighbor. 7 becomes 6. 0 becomes 10, and now we can do 10 less 7 is 3. 6 less 3 is 3. 1 less nothing is 1. So our answer we should have gotten is 13,346. Again, 13,346. Problem number 2 is 657 and 92 hundredths plus 53 and 35 thousandths. First thing we are going to do is we are going to write the problem. We're going to add them together. So we're going to put our decimal point in the spot, and we're going to put a 0, a 3, and a 5, and then we're going to put our 5 and 3 over here, and now we are ready to add. Okay, we're going to fill that with the 0, so we're going to get a 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. We're going to bring our decimal point down right away. 7 plus 3 is 0. Carry my 1. 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Write down. Carry the 1. And then 6 plus 1 is 7. So the answer is 710 and 955 thousandths. Alright, problem number 3. We've got 62 and 4 thousandths minus 48 and 65 hundredths. So first thing we're going to do, let's line up our decimal points right here. Write 65 and 48, and now we are ready to subtract. 4 less 0 is going to be 4. Now we can't do 0 less 5. We can't borrow anything here, so we got to go to our uber neighbor here. This 2 becomes 1. This becomes a 10. Now we can borrow from here. This is going to become a 9, and this is 10. 10 less 5 is 5. 9 less 6 we can do is 3. Bring our decimal point down right away so we don't forget that. 1 less 8 we can't do, so this 6 is going to become 5. This 1 becomes 11. 11 less 8 is 3. And then 5 less 4 is 1. So we have 13 and 354 thousandths. Finally, we have addition here. We have 190. This should be a 90, I think. 190.98 plus 256.3. You know what? Let's just skip this. Let's change that because I'm guessing, boys and girls, that you probably used an 8 there. So we're going to solve it with an 8. So let's put we're going to put a 2, 5, 6. Make sure our decimal point lines up, and a 3. And we are adding them together. We've got 8. 9 plus 3 is 12. Decimal point right there. Carry the 1. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 2 is 4. So our answer should be 400. Did I do that right? 455 and 28 hundredths. And that should be an 8. Now, hopefully you get those all correct because this is a review. If not, check and see where you made your mistake. Was it a bonehead mistake? Did you line up your columns correctly? Did you line up your columns incorrectly, so that made the entire thing off? So please check and make sure, because this is something that we need to know how to do. Check and see where you made your error. If you still can't figure it out, please talk to Mr. Winkleman. Ask him for help so we can help you now. Alright, that's it. Let's get ready for video number 2.